we also have the Nipponese to worry about," Pishing added. "Who knows what they will do now that they have learned the art of constructing explosive metal weapons? They already have submarines, and they already have missiles."
"We never did pay enough attention to islands and their inhabitants," Atvar said fretfully. "Small chunks of land surrounded by sea were never important back on home, so we have always assumed the same would hold true here. Unfortunately, it does not seem to be so."
Before Pishing could answer, the aircraft's landing gear touched down on the runway outside Nuremberg. The race's engineering, slowly refined through 100,000 years of planetary unity, was very fine, but not fine enough to keep Atvar from feeling some bumps as the aircraft slowed to a stop. "My apologies, exalted Fleet Lord," the pilot's voice came back to him on the intercom. "I was given to understand repairs to the landing surface were better than is in fact the case." Peering out the window, Atvar saw Deutsche males in the cloth wrappings that singled out their military drawn up in neat ranks to greet and honor him. They carried rifles. His security males had flabbed about that, but the Reich remained nominally independent. If some fanatic sought to assassinate him, his second-in-command in Cairo would do well enough.
"What was the name of the sly big ugly who suggested this course?" he asked Pishing.
"Machiavelli." His adjutant pronounced the alien name with care, one syllable at a time. "He lived and wrote about 900 years ago. 900 of our years, I should say. Half as many of Tosev III's.
"So he came after our probe, then,"
Atvar said, and Pishing made the affirmative gesture. The race had studied Tosev III 1,600 years before, again half that many in Tosevite terms. The Fleet Lord went on.
"Remember the sword-swinging savage mounted on an animal the probe showed us? He was the height of Tosevite military technology in those days."
"A pity he did not remain the height of Tosevite military technology, as we were so confident he would," Pishing said. "When we understand how the big uglies are able to change so rapidly, we will be able to prevent them from doing so in the future. That will help bind them to the Empire."
"So it will, if we can do it," Atvar replied. "If not, we will wreck them, one knot empire at a time. Or, if necessary, we will destroy this whole world, even our colonies on it. That will cauterize it once for all."
One other possibility remained, a possibility that had never entered his mind when the conquest fleet first reached Tosev III. The big uglies might conquer the race. If they did, they would next mount an attack on home. Atvar was as sure of it as of the fact that he'd hatched from an egg. Wrecking the world would prevent it, as a surgeon sometimes had to prevent death by cutting out a tumor. With the Reich prostrate, the big uglies would have a much harder time of it. Atvar knew that, but the worry never went away. The locals were quicker, more adaptable than the race. He knew that, too. Close to 50 of his years of experience on Tosev III had burned the lesson into him again and again. Clunks and bangings from up ahead came to his hearing diaphragm, the aircraft's door opening. He did not go forward at once. His security males would disembark ahead of him to form what was termed a ceremonial guard and amounted to a defensive perimeter. It would not hold against concerted attack. It might keep a single crazed